focused on digital currencies for, a couple decades. This is something we've been focused on digital currencies for, a couple decades.
Right. But you can implement it with a digital currency. This is the hidden agenda. But they got to do two things. One, roll out the CBDC, which they're doing, and get rid of cash. Those two things will go hand in hand. But we will end up worse than Communist China. Communist China, if you're on the bad list, you can't, it's a social credit score.
Yeah.
You can't buy a plane ticket. You can't buy a train ticket. You can't pay for your kid to go to a good school because you're on the blacklist because you did something on social media that said Xi Jinping looks like Winnie the Pooh, which he does. But that's
we're recording this.
But that's I say this on Twitter, so that's okay. But that's what we're getting to. That's the dark side of central bank digital currencies. But it's the real side. It's the real hidden agenda.
And that's why every single time Jay Powell is prompted in front of Congress, the Republican Jay Powell says, "We'll get back to you.
Yeah.
We're studying that. We're taking commentary."
That I think central bank digital currencies were concocted in hell by Satan himself. They are incredible control by governments over everybody's bank account, and they're going to create a void of privacy for every individual citizen. I think they're horrible, but I think that's where they want to go.
In the 21st century, we may see the emergence of a new massive class of useless people. People who have absolutely no economic value.
Dominating the underlying CBDC technology in the same way they've done with 5G technology, so they can be a major exporter of CBDC infrastructure to countries around the world that desire to have their own central bank digital currency, but don't have the wherewithal to build the core technology from scratch. And so will import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
We're going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
This effort, and China has big plans for this. They intend to seed their digital yuan into the global environment by giving it away to visitors at next winter's Olympics. When they arrive at the airport, they're going to get yuan digital wallets. They're going to receive digital yuan. They're going to use it throughout their visits to Beijing, and then they're going to take it back to their home countries. They see this as a huge advantage. Why? Because who controls the underlying protocols, who controls the underlying standards of the future of money will control the future of money.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe. If you do like what you're listening to, please inform your friends and family and spread all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works. Because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books, Crypto Teacher and the new Road Order book. The new Road Order book is going to show you how the world works. It is definitely time to wake up out of your sleep in the times that we're in right now. Plus, guys, we know we're waiting on that next main event towards the end of the year. We had the first quarter event. Like I told you, that would happen. Don't forget this is Shemitah year. And then also, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's definitely time to re-educate. And also, those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon, much love, keep it coming. Do not forget I have the New World Order cryptos in my Patreon. Do your own research, but going inside of a bear market, you definitely want the cryptos that have real use cases. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores, keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first. And right now, Bitcoin and cryptos are flat. We know CME opens tonight, so we know it's going to move the market. But no FOMO for the retail investors. we know the majority of them have been burnt. That's the reason why majority of people do not invest in the stock market. They got burnt once and they're not going back in. Instead of going back and re-educating yourself, getting back in the lab. Now, speaking of CME, guys, make sure you're pulling CME because as we see, open interest has been at all-time highs. Let's see if it peaked and come down a little or if it's going to keep moving up. In my opinion, I do see us pulling back a little, and then at the end of the month, rolling into open interest next month, that's when I see us peaking. Now, do not forget to pay attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates, which we see the front end is moving up. The back end is moving down, which is helping cryptos and stocks. But guys, we see this inverted yield curve widening. We know what an inverted yield curve always tells us. Has not been wrong yet. A crash is coming. And we know it's Schmeat a year. And then, guys, we have volume, which is not a lot of volume in the market. Even when we moved up, it was slightly higher. But we have not received that type of volume that we were getting in the bull market. And then, of course, guys, we have Tether, USDC, and we have the Fed. Don't forget to pull the repo. The repo is still over $2 trillion, but we're starting to see the Fed move the money in the fourth industrial revolution areas. ESG, clean energy. We see stablecoins and Cbdc'S that still will give them control. Remember, blockchain is going to give them the all-seeing eye. They're going to be able to see everything. And then stable coins and Cbdc'S are programmable. They can tell you what, where, and when and how to buy. Like David from R3 stated, if you want to boost the economy, airdrop them free money. They have 3 to 6 months to spend it, or poof, it's gone. And we know the NWO causes the problem, wait for the reaction, and run in with the solution. And we know what the solution is. Robots, algorithms, and drones take over the economy and pay each other with crypto while the sheep go inside the metaverse. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And then, of course, guys, we have Grayscale. Picked up a little, guys. We know they move lockstep with the Fed. But, guys, anytime you're buying and selling hundreds of millions or billions, you're going to move the market. So make sure you're paying attention to the actual allocations. Now, getting over into a little crypto news. We have Monero privacy-focused crypto protocol upgrade is now live. Now, after we had the Tornado Cash situation, now we have Monero. And we know the IRS paid money, a bounty, to break Monero. And we know Elliptic also says they had software. But guys, they want to take away all privacy. And eventually you'll get paid tokens for releasing your data, your privacy. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. But guys, all I have for you, don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links on the description. The Crypto Teacher Stock Channel, Crypto Teacher Stocks. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, and see where the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.